All right, we are live. Okay. All right. All right. The portal is closing. What's up, Posse? Sounds like a science fiction movie or something going on. The portal is closing. Attention. Yes. So the portal closes here in a little while. What's up, guys? Cats? Yeah. I didn't don't get notifications from my channel. Comes up in my YouTube feed. Well, click on it and check all of WKRP. If you don't check all, maybe it isn't doing it. If you check the notifications or click on where it says notifications, pull down on the little bell. I think it's a bell, and click all, and you should get it. I don't know. This it's YouTube. We got some talent that's been hurt. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the only bad thing about some people. Look, it's football. You're gonna get injured. Everybody's gonna get injured. I don't think very few people play 4 years and don't get hurt. I have it all checked. WKB, I don't know, man. I don't get it then. So you said you get it on from this channel, but it comes up in my YouTube feed. Okay, that's weird. It should come on your phone, whatever else on your phone. Unless on your phone or tablet, go into settings and see if you have your YouTube app and make sure the notifications are on for your app and your phone. Because you also have to make sure for your iPad or your phone that if you're using the YouTube app, that the notifications are on for your app. That would be my only other thing. So yeah, other than going into there. What's up, Trey? Wide receiver room is disappointing. Yeah, I mean it's not over yet. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Warts? Julie, thanks for the catch on the spelling. See what happens when you're on your phone and you're hurrying and you're in a hurry and you're like, oh, I'm in a hurry, and I spelled receptions wrong. Thank you for catching that, Julie. I appreciate that. I don't like misspelling. Yeah, I was in a hurry. I just ran real quick. I stopped doing something. Oh, we got him. Boom, boom. Yeah, thank you. But sports is essentially soap opera for males. I mean, yeah, I might go along with that. I get O notifications WKRP. Well, okay, then maybe it's just my child doesn't like you then, WKRP. I don't know. If you selected all, you should be getting it. Kentucky Rick, what's up, man? What's going on? Training. Well, come on, man. This is a place to train, brother. All right, train. Julie, thank you. Well, thank you. Yes, so I'm illiterate. You know what I'm saying? That happens. You misspell words. You get in a hurry, or I'll type. I'll type ahead of what my mind is. Type a word and you'll think you'll keep hitting. You'll go too fast. Yeah. No, thank you. Anyway, guys. All right. We're 24 people. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Well, we got a wide receiver, the guy from LSU, right? That's the guy we all wanted, Nick Anderson. Unless before midnight, we get somebody before midnight. Sports more when we're the underdog. Well, I think in football and basketball, you're gonna love it then because we're gonna be the underdog in a lot of games. Yes. So yes, yes, definitely in football. I mean, look, wide receiver, we got time. Look, if you're in the portal, we'll get you eventually, and so yeah, I'm sure. We'll see what happens. If you break it down by position, since you're in here, 29 people, right? That was our 29th portal player. So we got 3 quarterbacks, 5 offensive linemen, 4 safeties, 4 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 2 running backs, 5 defensive linemen, 3 wide receivers, a kicker, and a long snapper, and then like 15 high school players. So we have 4 high school receivers. One of them is, of course, the 4-star. They say my name, but Darby. Yes. So yeah, I mean, look, we're just gonna have to, we're gonna throw the tight end. So the tight end's one, but yeah, you need 3 other really good receivers. And so yeah, we got a Louisville wide receiver. Ward said it was a freshman, hasn't played. We got some people that are, we signed some people that have been injured. Missed a year. This wide receiver hasn't played in 2 years really. He played part of a year last year. I think he played a couple games before he got hurt. So he hurt his knee and his quad. So look, same thing for the running backs. I mean, you just got to make sure that they pass a physical. Barnes and Baxter both are coming off injury. So it is what it is. We got some people, some inexperienced guys. See, so we did not follow the Indiana plan because Indiana got people who started, and a lot of players who started and were starters at smaller schools. But that's all right. We got who we could get. So which receivers did we retain? besides Miller? That's a good question. Nobody. Nobody. I don't think we. I can't think of anybody. Um, because last year's starting lineup, yeah, they either graduated or so our receivers last year. Gilmore, no. Hester graduated. Macklin graduated. Ferrier graduated. Cameron Miller left. Kendrick Law graduated. Stellato left. Quisenberry left. Nobody. There's the problem. As I say, look, man, it's nice to be the fifth portal class and all that, but we don't have depth. And that's what's going to get you in football is not having backups. Some like teams that didn't need to go that far into the portal didn't go that far. So, yeah, we lost. We got Boyer back and Rodriguez back, but like I said, you could line Rodriguez up as a receiver if you wanted to, and then like somebody else, your tight end, Skinner, Boyer, Elijah Brown, whoever. But no, we lost everybody basically. Cameron Miller was the big one that I was hoping. Man, he must have asked for a lot of money because that guy was good and he caught a couple touchdowns. So I don't know. Stellato has signed. No, he has not signed anywhere yet. I don't know if he'd be a good fit for. I guess he would. We're going to take some guys that are experienced guys, I'm sure, from some smaller schools, guys. I say that. At this point, you're going to look at okay, who else in the portal tonight? So Monday, even if you put it in like late tonight, it won't come out till like Monday. So Monday, we'll know who all's in the portal and who all we're going to go after. We'll go fishing. We'll start making phone calls. So yeah, there's probably some decent guys left, to be honest with you. I just don't know. Monday's a holiday. Well, okay, Tuesday. We'll eventually, we're going to know. So we have time to say who's ever in the portal. You can bring them in and talk to them. You just have to get your name in tonight. I wish we wouldn't have lost Wilberly. There's a couple people I wish we would not have lost. But we did. Cameron Miller. Oh, man, that one hurt. A couple people, so yeah, we spread out those 29. It's just we didn't get this. We didn't get but two running backs and two wide receivers. We're gonna have to get a little depth. But we had Patterson. We just didn't have any receivers. So DJ Miller's gonna play, right? So wintry mix coming down in Lexington. Oh man, be careful out there. Don't go out. Jake, what's up? Second portal opening. No, I don't think so. I think that's it. If you didn't get your name in, that's it. There's no spring portal. Is the last thing I heard. So this is it. That's why people were scrambling. Tennessee's freaking out because they haven't signed a quarterback, and they have plenty of money, but they don't want to break the rules. There's all these rules. So I don't know. Macklin out of eligibility. Yes, Posse, out of eligibility, and he was awful. He didn't do anything for us, man. That's the one guy that disappointed me. That I thought surely to God he could. There's another guy that couldn't get open. Man, what's up with I don't know. Jake, trust our guys. Yeah, you're going to trust your guys. It's just, look, don't think we're going to jump up and win 6 games, okay? Just don't expect that. It's going to take time to see. We don't know. The quarterback hasn't really played. We got a bunch of guys that haven't played. Offensive linemen, we got some of them have not played. Are they good? I guess they're good. Yeah, so Solano never got a snap. Yeah, I think very rarely did I see him in there. He was Kendrick Law's backup at the slot, and Kendrick Law was doing so well that you couldn't take him out, And I guess they thought they would redshirt him or he would stay. Obviously, if Stoops would have stayed, these people probably would have stayed, but they didn't, and so we're going to get some new people. So there you go. Did I miss anything? 1-0 for the week, WKRP? Okay. All right. We'll play Tennessee tomorrow. Get paid in full. Yes. Yeah, you get your money no matter what. If you get hurt, hey, what's up, Derek? Doesn't matter, man. Yeah, you get your money. Yeah, you can sit. You don't have to play one game, and you can get if you get hurt. Yeah, you get your money. Hey, what's up, Derek? Big Blue Cat, what's up? How long do players have to sign? That's in the portal. I think you can sign, I guess, until spring football. I guess until the spring. I would think that this month your name's in there. The portal just cuts off. But I think you can sign until spring football starts. I would, because we were signing people last year in the spring. So the one guy from Louisiana Tech we were trying to get eligible, they didn't get eligible. So yeah, last year we were. So yeah, I think you can sign up until the spring. That's a good question. so many rules now, rule changes, and we're a 5.5 point underdog tomorrow. And they must think Tennessee's going to beat us. Hold on. Can you? Whoops, ask Chat GPT. Sign portal players. Let's just find out. Portal players. Okay, well, there you go. How long? That's basketball. No deadline for them to commit. There's no deadline for them to commit, allowing schools to recruit them until they commit or withdraw. Okay, well, I guess until the first game. I don't know. I don't know. That's okay. Well, that's I don't know. That's Chat GPT. So yeah, we're just making this shit up as we go, guys. Come on, you know. UK does through medical exams. Well, I'm sure, Posse. Surely to God, you would not give a kid millions of dollars. Yeah, surely to God. I mean, I would. If you asked me, "Is your knee okay?" Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's great. Surely to God. Yeah, I'm sure they got a thorough medical exam, and I'm sure it's like the NFL. I say that. Yeah. What's up, Lone? They can sign whenever. Yeah, but they can't play spring ball if they're not enrolled. Well, now that's true. You would have to be enrolled in the school. So yeah, if you're going to get somebody, they would have to enroll. So I don't know when the cutoff for enrolling in our our next semester is, but to go to spring ball. But yeah, so we'll see. So we have time. Okay, there's plenty of players in the portal. Take your time, pick out some good ones. If we didn't get, like I said, we need numbers. So I'd rather get three really, decent receivers than one guy that's high priced. And then, like I said, you're playing a spread. You need four receivers and a tight end, so yeah, we got to do that. Jake, clearance players. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, just because you're injury prone, you're not injured when you sign. I wouldn't think, I'm sure they worked the guy out, right? I mean, whenever my man, we just signed Nick Anderson. Whenever Nick Anderson came here, I'm sure to God they worked him out. What's up, Wildcat Highlights? Yeah, we got it. Hey, we got one. We got three receivers out of the portal. One of them hasn't really played. Well, both of them. One of them hadn't played at all. One of them played a little, and Nick Anderson's been injured for about 2 years. So hopefully he can play. But yeah, I mean, look, we got, we're working on numbers. So tonight the portal closes at midnight, and then by next week everybody will know who's in there, and so hopefully none of our guys jump in there. That would be the key. Don't lose anybody else tonight. So Wilberly jumped in there late, so hopefully he was the last one. So we lost 21 players to the portal, maybe. I think we lost 21 people. So whatever. JQ's out for Tennessee. Yeah, he's out. Tennessee's a 5.5 point favorite. Do we have total? Or how many do we have total? I don't know how many we had returning from last year, but we have 15 high school players and 29 portal players. I don't know how many returning players we had. So what is that? That's like 44 plus however many we had returning, which is probably another 15 or 20. So 64, 70. I mean, we need to get to the 85. That's what's going to take us time, to get a nice stacked roster. You're not going to buy a team in 1 year, unless you had all kinds of money and you just started buying lower grade players. But I think we bought the best players we could. It's just we were all hoping we didn't get any players from Oregon. That's the only thing that surprises me. Thought we'd get one. I mean, somebody. Slayer, what's up, man? How many wins do you think we get? Oh, I have no idea, brother. Slayography. I haven't looked at the other teams that we're playing. Like Tennessee doesn't have a quarterback yet, so it's kind of hard to say when other people are still building their team. You'd have to wait till the spring and find out who's got what, who went where. But don't expect very many wins. Okay, 4, 5 would be not the 2 non-cons, and 5 would be great. Could we give? I don't know. Who I'd have to look at Florida's roster. Tennessee's, like I said, we played Tennessee. Vanderbilt. I know Vanderbilt got a really good quarterback because I think they took Indiana's quarterback that Indiana was going to get, or somebody. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. That's hard to say. We don't know how good our players. There's a problem. The quarterback hasn't played. I mean, he looked good at Notre Dame in a backup in mop up duty, but can he run this offense? How good is our offensive line? There's a lot of so many things. It'll be interesting to see what Vegas sets our win total at, because Vegas doesn't usually miss by much. They set it at 4.5, and we won 5. So yeah, let's see what they set it at. I imagine it'll be about 4.5 again. So yeah, I would say 5 games. Florida's a good quarterback. Yeah, I mean, look, Florida spent a lot of money. Texas A&M, our schedule. I mean, we're not beating Alabama. I mean, unless we upset somebody. Yeah, I mean, Louisville. I don't know how good Louisville is, but it may be. Okay, if we're going to win 6, we got to pull a Mark Stoops. We got to get the 2 non-cons and Louisville, and then go 3-6 in the conference. But at Missouri, at Oklahoma, at Tennessee, at Texas A&M. I mean, at South Carolina. Okay, Sellers is coming back, and they also took one of our other players. Florida at home games: Florida, Alabama, Louisville, LSU, Vanderbilt. I don't know how good Lane Kiffin. I mean, I know I was listening to Sports Talk Jay, Tennessee guy today. He said this is Tennessee's hardest schedule ever in his lifetime. And you look at our schedule, and I don't know when we've had a tougher schedule in my lifetime than this one right here, right there. That's a pretty tough one. Buy something. Well, there you go, Debbie. Don't gamble, WKRP. Way to go. Florida has a good, Florida's loaded. I mean, they loaded up. Who's the toughest SEC schedule? Ron? Everybody plays 9 games. Everybody. I mean, all this now, there's no cakewalks anymore. So everybody plays 9 games. So now it's, tough. And the Wildcat was in the Dominican Republic. All right. That's nice. Beautiful place. Tennessee screwed. Well, I mean, look, it's Josh Heupel. He can take an average quarterback and make him into something. I don't know who you guys got out of high school, but I'm sure I think you got the number 1 high school quarterback, didn't you? Could be wrong. But yeah, I think, I don't know. Over ours. APO, we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm sure Florida spent a lot of money, and they got Brad White, and they got hey man, look, Florida, listen, they're going to win the national championship because they got John Summerall, and God knows John Summerall's up and coming. If I hear that friggin' term one more time about John Summerall, okay, well, he's going to get his chance to be the big boy now. So yeah, let's see what Florida does. They spent a lot of money. I'm not sure who they got, APO. I've been trying to keep it with our roster. Yeah, I mean, I don't know as far as their entire roster. I mean, look, the portal class is the portal class, but I don't know who they retained from last year. Like Alabama didn't need a lot of players, so they didn't get in the portal. So I don't know what their high school class is, and we'll have to see I don't even know. I think we're 40th in high school class or something. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Jake, would you wanted Summerall over Stein? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That dude's overrated. That dude he hadn't won anything. Well, I mean, we would have got more publicity. The Fine Bombers would have loved us for a couple of years. We'd have been on Paul Finebaum and Josh Pate. And we'd have been on everything. But now I'm glad we got Stein. I think Stein's at long term will be a better coach. But he hadn't been a head coach. So that's one thing Summerall has over him, is he's been a head coach. So, but he hadn't been a head coach anywhere good. So I say Summerall has been shoved down our throats. Yeah, I'm over. Yeah, forget that guy. Yeah, now he did go get Brad White. Well, you got to give him that was pretty smart. That was. I like Brad White. You say what you want. I mean, with what he had, he did the best he could. Research Josh Pate. You did, Julie. Well, look, he's a nice looking young man. I mean, look, if he doesn't like you, he doesn't talk about you, and that's why I don't like. How do we feel about our new wide receiver, Jake from LSU? Well, cautiously optimistic, Jake. He's been, injured for 2 years, 2 separate injuries, a quad and a knee. And I'm sure they did an exam on him. I'm sure they didn't just sign him out of the portal for nothing. So, look, man, let's take him. I mean, that's the guy we were trying to get. So we did not get the guy from Texas. Now that that went to Colorado, but that's okay. We got time to get more. Same as you, not impressed, Julie. Now, Josh Pate's a nice guy, but he's a holier than he's the fine bomber. Remember, we're down here. We're Kentucky. We're down here, and everybody else is up here. Yeah, so there's a good old boy network. Yeah, I was talking about that. We're not in the good old boy network in the SEC, so I get it, but no. But no, I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Welcome. We're talking about the portal. We got 29 portal players. Sankey thinking. Sankey was thinking about money, as all the other athletic directors were. WKRP asked, what was Greg Sankey thinking going to 9 games? He was thinking about money. That's what everybody's thinking about. So, yeah, I think you made $10 million for the, if I'm not mistaken, I think 10 million or 5 for that game. Every team. That's why all the athletic directors voted for it, or the majority did. But yeah, if you're just getting in here, in the portal, we picked up by position 3 quarterbacks, 5 offensive linemen, 4 safeties, 4 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 2 running backs, 5 defensive linemen, 3 wide receivers, which is we need more, a kicker, and a long snapper. So we need wide receivers, and there's still time to get them. So plenty of time, and you look, we got 4 high school wide receivers, and Darby, the 4-star that we got from LSU, who was going to LSU, who followed our new offensive coordinator, Sloan here. So there you go. What's up, TJ? How you doing, man? How's everybody doing tonight? Glad to see everybody in here. Hey, portal's getting ready to close. Got to have your name in. Got to have your name in by midnight. Our secondary is going to be scary, TJ. Yeah, I mean, look, we got a lot of people on defense. I will say, we tried to spread it out offensively and defensively as much as we could because we don't have numbers. We didn't have numbers really anywhere in any position. Linebacker. So yeah, he did well for what we needed. Some players haven't played that much. Louisville wide receiver, the UAB wide receiver, played a little. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Dougie, what's up, Dougie? From Southern Utah. We got 2 wide receivers. Oh, did we get a guy? I didn't see it. Did we get him? Well, if we got him, I did not see that. Did it come across? Did I miss it? Did I miss a notification? Oh, okay. Well, I believe you. I mean, I don't know Southern Utah. I didn't know there was a Southern Utah, but if you say so, look, I don't know who he is. Will Stein may know. So I'm sure Will Stein knows who he wants. And Burke. But I did not see that if we got a guy from Southern Utah. I did not see that. All I see is LSU, but I could have missed something. Who knows? Anyway, if we did get him, that's great. You know what I'm saying? WKRP, being in this conference is a blessing and a curse. Yes, it is. You're going to make a lot of money, but you can get embarrassed. Same thing with the Big Ten. That's where you want to be, the Big Ten or the SEC, because you'll make a lot of money, but you can get your ass kicked on national TV. Ask Bill Curry, for those of you who knows who the name Bill Curry is, who got beat 73-7 on national TV. And then the next year, 65-0. And you're like, that's when we were bad at football. Okay. I'm in Louisville. You're in Louisville, TJ? Okay. I'm in Evansville, Indiana, for those of you who don't know. Evansville, Indiana, right across the river from Henderson here. The Curry years were the worst. Yes, TJ. Yes, for football, if you've been a long-time fan, you know. So anyway, look, how many games are we going to win? I have no idea, guys. I don't see how you can predict that. I'm not. Look, don't have high expectations thinking we're going to win 6, 7. I don't know about that. Okay, I don't know about that. We've got a good starting, I think, 11 on offense and defense. We just don't have the numbers for backups, and that's where injuries. We got, and then we took players out of the portal who don't have a lot of experience, and then we took 2 running backs who were injured, a wide receiver today who's been injured 2 years in a row, so with a knee injury. So quarterback, we don't know if he's, I hope he's good. He looks good. So we're going to find out when the season starts. But yeah, Will Stein's he reminds me of Hal Mummy. Him and Burke remind me of Hal Mummy in that they know what offense they want to run, and they're going to implement it, and they're going to run it. So, yeah, it kind of reminds me of Mike Leach and Hal Mummy. That's who Burke and Stein remind me of. They did this at UT San Antonio, but will it work here? Well, we're about to find out. It'll be exciting. Like you said, everybody wanted exciting. Well, we're going to get our ass kicked in an exciting way. Yeah. So if we do, Dougie, yeah, Shane Carr. Well, look, if we got somebody from Southern Utah, Dougie, I have no idea even where Southern. I didn't know there was a Southern Utah, so we'll take him. But the kid from Louisville must be good that hadn't played much, or we wouldn't have taken him. AFO, I'm concerned having this schedule year one might hurt Stein. Listen, man, having this schedule every year could hurt Stein. Yeah, everybody's look, man. You cannot fire the coach every time he has one or two bad years. We're never going to keep a coach here if you just going to fire his ass. If we did what Van Hiles and Anthony White said we could do, which would build through the high school, which would be the smartest thing you could do, but our fans won't tolerate it because we'd have to. It would take 3 or 4 years for us to do that, and they're not going to. If he has 2 bad years, they'll be calling for him to quit, and because people are fair weather fans, they just want to see wins. They don't give a damn about what kind of defense we're running or who we got. They just turn on TV. Did we win? Are we winning? No. Then fire that guy. Did we get in the playoffs? No. Then fire that guy. Well, you can't do that. It's too expensive. So yeah, I hope we're going to give him some time. But yeah, the schedule, dude, it's going to hurt him every year. Back to basketball. The game is at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern on ESPN. I'm going to go down to Madisonville and watch it with some friends I grew up with. We all go down. I got a friend in Bowling Green. We all drive to Madisonville and watch the game. So I'm going to drive down there and watch the game tomorrow. We waiting to see on Bryson Beaver. Yeah, I don't know, Dougie. I don't know if we're going to get another quarterback or not. McClone, Carr is predicted to sign, but I haven't seen. You haven't seen the official commitment. Doesn't mean he won't sign. Okay, look, we need receivers. If he's here and they're trying him out, unless he was no good, just sign him. TJ, facts, he knows his SHIT. Okay, well, okay, good. But yeah, our schedule's brutal. But yeah, we'll take him, whoever he is. Respectfully, Tennessee about to beat Kentucky. Now, it's not disrespectful as head, Jake. We know that, Jake. Look, Kentucky can win this game, but here's what Tennessee is going to do. If you watch my video, I have a preview video on this game. I go over Tennessee's roster in Tennessee. They have 3 really good forwards. If I was them, I would roll to the basket. They have 1 forward that averages 15 and 2 that average 10. I would muck it up, and I would just do what Georgetown and everybody else did that's beat our ass and just go to the basket, because God knows we can't stop. We don't have Quaintance. So now you're going to get somebody in foul trouble. Who's going to come in? I would, if I was Rick Barnes, I'd be like, hey, man, slip and roll, pick and roll, roll and roll, straight line drive, just run right at him. I would, we have to shoot the ball well tomorrow. Cam Williams has to have a good game. I feel like that's the guy that can, if he scores 5 points, if we got people scoring 5 points in 28 minutes, that's not good. 74 points is not going to win this game. To beat a good team like Tennessee, you need 80, unless they just have a bad game. So I don't know. APO 5 out of the last. Yeah, we won 5 out of the last 6, but this team we're a 5.5 point underdog. That's a pretty good spread. So yeah, Jake Ziegler back 10th for his 10th season. No, he isn't. Wildcats, what's up? Yeah, quarterback quick. Yeah. Tennessee's going to be looking. They're kind of freaking out, but they'll get somebody. Look, it's Josh Heupel. Jake, yeah, we love the video on the preview. Oh, well, thank you, Jake. I try to look at the team, and the point guard's the dude, man. I mean, that's the guy. I'm not worried about the guards. I'm worried about their big guys. I'm not worried about the point guard. I mean, so Aberdeen can maybe slow him down, but man, we cannot stop anybody from going to the basket. I know Rick Barnes is telling those guys, look, man, pick and roll, slip and roll. Just straight line. Just every time you get the ball, and lay it up. That's what I do. I don't know. APO, how about we just try to field goals to hit field goals? Yeah, what if we just try to be within 10 points at the half? What if we just what if we scored 35 points at a half? Wouldn't that be great? Every half, 20, 22, 24. What are we, Division 2? Yeah, we need to have, this is a big boy game, okay? This is going to be a tough game. Now, we can win, if they do muck it up, then we can win a low-scoring game. We can win 72-68. I mean, that's a game we could win. So, I don't know. Rick Barnes is going to pick his poison, but I sure as hell would go with the basket on us. I don't know about you guys. WKRP, can Tennessee hold it together? Sure, they can. Like I said, it's a weird series in that we keep winning in Knoxville and they keep winning in Lexington. We keep splitting with them. Rick Barnes is a good coach. The real reason Tennessee's been on us bad is because they wanted to fire Josh Heupel and wanted Will Stein. I don't know about that, TJ. I don't think they wanted to fire. Firing Josh Heupel would be the dumbest thing. Come on, man, Tennessee fans, stop it, stop it. You're not gonna fire Josh Heupel. I mean, look, that guy's one of the best, especially offensively, one of the best coaches in college football. I hope you fire him. I keep saying it. I'm all for it because he's kicking our ass every free. We cannot beat him. So I agree. I think you should fire Josh Heupel. Wildcat. The defense. On defense, Tennessee's defense in basketball has an edge. Yeah. AFL. I ain't mad if Josh Heupel was here. Hell yeah, we'd take Josh Heupel. Are you kidding me? You damn right we would take him. But no, he's not going to leave Tennessee. Come on, man. You can't do this in college football. Demand that if we don't make the playoff every year, you should fire the guy. They don't do that in the NFL. How did Pittsburgh's coach last that long? I mean, come on, man. Harbaugh. What if they'd have fired him in 18 years? Did he? How many Super Bowls? He won one? I mean, come on, man. Look at the long picture here, the long thing. Nobody's going to go to playoffs every year. No, it's not happening, especially in this day of age when you can buy players. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, look, we'll see about TJ. We'll see what Stein is. Maybe he got the right pieces. I mean, we'll be optimistic. Jake, Tennessee fan wants Heupel gone. Yeah, I agree. No real Tennessee fan would want Josh Heupel gone. You're right. And the real Kentucky fans want him gone because he keeps kicking our ass. So I'm with hey, man, I need to get on there and I need to get a new ID. Big Orange Tom. And I'm going to go on there, fire Heupel like everybody else, and just be a fake fan. But no, seriously, Josh Heupel, one of the best coaches in the league. Come on, man. TJ, Tennessee made the worst fire of all time, Fulmer. Well, I mean, look, Fulmer had been there a while, but he was a good coach, but they had won a national championship. And once you do that and you can't repeat it, then they want you gone. Little Ron, fire coach. That's right. Fire Coach Heupel. I'm all for it, man. I'm going to start a Big Orange. I'm going to change I'll get a fake room, sunglasses. I'll put Tennessee flag stuff and be playing Rocky Top. And I'll get on here and pretend like I'm a Tennessee fan who's disgruntled. And how dare us not go to the playoffs and fire Josh Heupel. Hashtag fire Josh Heupel. Yeah. Anthony, what's up? Jake, did Caleb Beasley play for y'all? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know what he did, Jake. Anthony, hate Tennessee more than Louisville. Jake, I don't know that anybody hates Tennessee more than Louisville because at the end of the day, Tennessee's still in the SEC, right? I mean, unless you live on the border. Okay, so I don't live near either one. And I secretly like Tennessee. Okay, I got to admit it. I admire their coaches, more than Louisville's. But it's just because of Josh Heupel and the basketball coach now, Rick Barnes. Hashtag fire Josh Heupel. We'll get that going. McClone, no, we all hate Louisville. Yeah, I mean, look, Louisville's. Well, what happened in basketball? Did Louisville lose one of their best players in basketball? Did I see a headline that said one of their players is hurt, one of their best players, and that's the reason they're losing? I saw some headline. I didn't read it. I hate UT more than Louisville. Well, there you go, dealing with Dylan. See, you're probably down there on the border. If you're down there on the border, then you probably do. Or if you live across Tennessee. Like, I don't hate Indiana, here, but, I sort of respect. If you're good, I sort of have to say, Indiana's good. What are you gonna say, man? They're good. I could hate them, but Brom is maybe targeting him. Okay, well there you go. TJ, I live in Jefferson County and it sucks. Well, hey, Louisville was voted one of the higher crime cities. Their crime went up in the last 5 years, man. You see their crime stats that went this way straight up. So I don't know what's going on in Louisville, but that was on YouTube, as a matter of fact. Let's put a video about that. So chill on Louisville. Hey, that's right. Julie's in here. Chill on Louisville. Hey, Julie's a Louisville fan who comes into the Kentucky room. It's like the Wild Wild West, TJ. Well, hey, man. I mean, it looks like it, man. Looking from, I go to Louisville every once in a while, but I stay near the Yum Center. I don't go anywhere, that I don't know where. The airport, I go train or I go visit those guys. I got some friends at the airport there. And in fact, I need to go since the UPS crash. I need to go and talk to those guys. Lexington, Wildcat highlights. All right. Well, you're in the city, man. Lexington, big city, but still can feel like a small town, especially downtown. I like downtown Lexington. You know, I feel pretty safe down there. Uh, but no, what is the best city in Kentucky? I don't know. Anthony Eason, I'm a Louisville fan, but I enjoy. Well, thank you, Anthony. I didn't know. Look, I don't disrespect anybody. Jeff Braun's a good coach, and Kelsey is a good coach. What are you gonna say? They're good. I mean, it's nothing you can say, man. Yeah, downtown Lexington at night, it feels safer at night than downtown. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, it feels better if you walk around at night. I feel a little more safer in Lexington. Not that I'm going to be walking around down there, but I forgot Bruce Pearl coached at Tennessee. Julie, yeah, he did. Yeah, and got busted on a bogus thing just because you had somebody over your house for lunch or whatever. Back in the NCAA, just went after whoever they wanted to, and they didn't like him. And if they didn't like you back then, they sure as hell didn't go after Duke or North Carolina, did they? So yeah, Bruce Pearl. But Bruce Pearl's look, he's going into politics, guys. He's about ready to make some real money as a Republican in Alabama. APO, UT close for me, hate wise. Okay, born in Paducah. Okay, so see Clarksville. You grew up around Fort Campbell and all that. So yeah, see, Louisville is up in basketball and football. Yes, they are, TJ. Yes, they are. And I would not fire Brom, and I definitely would not fire Kelsey. Half my family's Louisville, Julie says. And okay, Anthony, I don't know about basketball. Injury is still out. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw some headline that said one of their better players is injured, and that's why they're not playing well. I didn't read it. So Louisville, we're talking about Louisville, everybody, basketball. McClone, I'm fine with Louisville except for 2 weeks a year. Okay, well, all right. Well, anyway, football guys, look, I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're in here for the first time, hey, if you're from another school, Indiana, Louisville, we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. This is a fan channel. We got our 29th portal player today. It was a wide receiver we needed, Nick Anderson from LSU. Injured the last 2 years with two different injuries. Hopefully, 3 years ago, he did really, really well. He had in 2023, he had 38 receptions for 800 yards, 10 touchdowns. Now, if that's the guy we get, the Nick Anderson we get from 2 years ago, we're good. So that's what we're hoping for. He's experienced. He's probably going to play the X receiver, which that's going to be the guy, the stud. Feed the studs. Well, Nick Anderson is the stud. There you go. So we have a stud at running back, we have a stud at quarterback, we have a stud at wide receiver, we have a stud at tight end. So we got some studs. So that's who you're going to get the ball to. You're going to get the ball to either Baxter or Barnes. You're going to get the ball to Rodriguez. You're going to get the ball to Anderson. He says the first. He tries to script the first couple series, and he's trying to get the ball to those guys. So there's your studs right there. Madisonville, best city. I don't know about that, Julie. No, not anymore. Now back in the 70s, 80s, nice city. Now it's like Crackville, USA down there. I say that in a loving way. McClone, I think the portal class is exceptional. It is. It is. Now, we'll know. I'll tell you what. Talk to me when we get to a Louisville game next year. We'll know by the Louisville game. Yeah, man, we're going to know about halfway through the season, really. Not even the Louisville game. By the time we get to, 7th, 8th game and it's the draw, it starts to give me – because there's only one bye week now, guys. They took out – so there's one bye week, and I don't know what week it's in. But other than that, you're playing. And the cupcakes are gone, guys. We had 3 cupcakes every year for dinner, and now we only get 2. So there you go. But yes, the portal class is good. AFIO, watch the running backs. Yes, Baxter and Barnes. Like we said, sounds like a law office. Baxter and Barnes. All your running back needs, call us now. No, they've been hurt, just like the wide receiver. We've gotten some players who haven't played a lot, and we've got some injured players. So knock on wood, hopefully everything's fine, and they'll be good. Feed the horses, WKRP. Well, it's Doug's horses. Dougie, do you know who our number 2 string quarterback is? No, I mean, what do we get? We got 3 quarterbacks. It's going to be hard to say, with some high school kids coming in. Quarterback. Who did we get at quarterback? Who's our other quarterback? No, that's a good question. Quarterback, Jaqual Young from Marshall. Okay, he hadn't played, so we got the Curver guy from Florida Atlantic and the young guy from Marshall. He's a redshirt sophomore. And the FAU kid, I think he's a redshirt. So, and I don't think he's played at all. So, yeah, we don't have an experienced backup quarterback. So we'll have to see. Just got to stay healthy, right? Wildcat highlights. Our TJ, our running back room is the best it's ever been. I don't know about that, man. Let's hold the fort there. We had Rodriguez and Benny Snell, and Mo Williams. We had some good backfields over the years. Oh, Julie graduated in 1993. That's nice, Julie. My daughter was born in 94. Kerber, yep. Kerber will be okay. Well, good, TJ. Dougie. Beaver went to Georgia. They just announced it. Well, there you go. We're not getting, yeah. So look, we still got that one quarterback on the kid on that played in the Tennessee Tech game on the roster, right? So yeah, I'm gonna have to make up a roster by position now. Try to piece one together because I got to figure out who did not leave and who we still have. So I'm gonna go on. I guess I'll have to go on 247 Sports and piece it together. Ponatoski, yeah, TJ, yeah, I guess he's coming this year, right? Or either next year. If he didn't come this year, he's coming next year. No, he's on there. No, here he is. He's on the. So he's coming. We got Ponatoski. So, I mean, we got the Ward. So we got Ward, Ponatoski. So we got 5 quarterbacks on the roster that I know of, counting the 3 we got out of the portal and Ponatoski and Ward, the Ward kid who played in the Tennessee Tech game. There you go. So we got 5 QBs. But yes, Dougie, we need to go get that quarterback from Ohio Bobcats. Well, if we need somebody, Snell, yeah, he might redshirt. Yeah, Pontoski, I'd redshirt. Let him play baseball. Bruce Pearl is big time, Julie. Big money. Yeah, we're not going to get Bruce Pearl, guys. That's not happening. He's going in the Republican Party. He's about to make a lot more money than he can make in basketball. Minchie for Heisman. Well, I don't know, TJ. I just wanted to. Let's just hope he's in the top half of the. Hope he's in the top half of the SEC. That's all I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get the Heisman, brother. We'd have to shock the world. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but yeah, we're still. We need to work on that 85 scholarship number. APO Ponatoski sit this year out. Well, yeah, you can sit out. Absolutely. Red velvet cupcake chocolate. Oh, okay. Julie, red velvet chocolate cupcakes. Okay. 16-0, TJ. That would shock the world. We don't play 16. Well, if we went and won the championship, do you know what the odds would be? Yeah, you could. That's like playing lotto or something if you won that one. Dougie Pontoski would be playing baseball and football. You can't be comfortable. He won't get hurt. No, but in baseball, I mean, come on, man. It's not. I mean, it's not a contact sport as far as you're not tackling anybody. So that's a safer sport than basketball. So that's fine. Put a dollar on it. Yeah, TJ. If you put a dollar on that, I'm sure the odds are 500 to 1 or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you probably win $500. But I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're in here, hey, welcome. This is the channel. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're talking about the portal. It closes at midnight, and right now we lost 20 players and we gained 29 players. So there you go. If you're just getting in here, by position in the portal, we acquired 3 quarterbacks, 5 offensive linemen, 4 safeties, 4 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 2 running backs, 5 defensive linemen, 3 receivers, a kicker, and a long snapper. Everybody's concerned about receiver because we didn't get anybody, and nobody came from Oregon, so that was sort of shocking to I think all of us is that we didn't get one single Oregon guy. I mean, I know he didn't want to raid. Look, I think there was a gentleman's agreement that we won't raid your players, but I thought somebody would come here. But I mean, look, we'll find some people. We'll find somebody. TJ, break at work. See you next time. Made me take a long break at work. Well, I'm sorry, TJ. Don't tell anybody. I'm not going to tell on you. Peace, brother. Julie, question. Spring training football. Run boot camp? No. He'll run it. he'll run. He's trying to teach you to spread. He's got to teach you to spread offense. He's got to put the playbook in because none of these players. It's not like we got returning guys who know this system. No, you're installing an entire new system. I think it would be very technical. I would think spring football camp. Yeah, you're just trying to implement your playbook and everybody on the same page. I would think Dougie Stein's at a high school basketball game. Good. I mean, look, man, relax, enjoy. See you. Oh, yeah, see you, TJ. Little Ron, where's Doug? I don't know where he went there. He's up there somewhere. McClone. Nobody knows what their teams are going to be. Yeah, I agree. With 9 SEC games, look, man, you can't say Mississippi State ain't going to be good. You can't say Arkansas is going to. There's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look at everybody else's roster, trying to figure out who they all got. I know Georgia got Dowdell. Georgia's happy. Georgia, it shocked them how many players they lost. I think Kirby Smart, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like this system. I agree. He's an old school dude, but he lost a lot of players because they were from Georgia. I think Indiana will probably experience some of that. Their backup players will start going, hey, I played on Indiana's team. I know I was a backup, but you know what? I want some money. So we'll see how all this shakes out. But anyway, Julie Stein might have to do a boot camp. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, look, he just needs to teach his offense. This is sort of like, Bill Walsh for all you got older guys, or Hal Mummy coming in and teaching the air raid. You've got to teach it from the very step one for everybody. So we'll see. Little Ron, I'm in Texas. Wish I could get scouting on Facebook. Football and basketball, that would be a dream job. Well, yeah. You mean to get paid? Oh, well, yeah, that would be. Doug, the portal will be closed at midnight. Yes. Yeah, we might get a stud before midnight. I think he's at a high school football game. Sort of doubt it. I just don't want any of our guys to put their name in, like any of our guys that we retained. Like, don't put your name in there. That's all I want to do. McClone, Kirby doesn't like it because he used to having a recruit, right, and having all that depth. Yeah, you're not going to have depth if you're at Georgia, Florida. People are going to take your players. Where did Florida's quarterback go to? What school did he go to? Did he go to? No, he didn't go to LSU. I forgot where. Now I can't think of their quarterback's name. They got Baylor. Oh yes, Baylor. Yes. Okay, DJ Lagway. Yeah. Okay. Baylor. Good. He got out of the SEC. Okay. I mean, I wish he would have stayed. Lagway went to Baylor. Well, there you go. See, people move around so much. I'm going to have to look at Tennessee's roster. I'm going to have to look at Texas A&M's roster, Alabama. He was an exception, WKRP. Yeah, he thought he was a legend, but he wasn't. Yeah, he threw a lot of picks. He either had a really good game or a really bad game. Little Ron, why can't teams have players sign multiple year contracts? Probably that's because, that's a good question. I think in college it's too much of a, first of all, it'd be a gamble for you, because what if the kid flunked out of school? What if, what I'm saying? 4 years, you could say, I guess you could sign a 4-year contract, but you never know. I don't know why they made the rule, but they did. So, Lagway wanted to get out of the SEC. Well, there you go. He will look better. But yeah, I think it's probably because I don't know if I'd sign him. Like, I don't want Pope signing these guys to return yet. It's like, why are you signing in the beginning? Wait till the year's over. Let's see how everybody does. Maybe, I'm for 1 year at a time, but that's just me as a fan. I don't know what a coach would think. And what if the kid, then the kids, what if he wanted to go to I want to go to the NFL or, so I don't know. That's I don't know the answer to that question, but no. So look, our roster is not finished. But 29 players, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of people. We lost 20 and gained 29 or 21. We lost 21, gained 29. So we were +8. And, there's a hodgepodge. I mean, there's some good players on this list of 29 people. There's some solid people, And then there's some people wide receiver from UAB. He's caught 18 passes last year. I don't know how good he is. The big dude that went to Frederick Douglass. That's it. That was at Purdue. Harkless. That's a big boy. He's going to be the nose tackle. He's got a little bit of a stomach on him, but that's all right. He's a nose tackle. So you've got a little bit of everything in here. a lot of back end, nickel, quarterback, defensive back, linebackers, because we're trying to build our defense. Because you can score, but you better damn well be able to stop somebody. See Alabama versus Indiana. McClone. I don't know why they can't do it, but multi-year contracts with buyout clauses. Yeah, I mean, look, I think one day it will be like the NFL, guys. I think you'll sign a kid out of high school for 4 years. I don't know. Hell, this is getting to be professional league big time. And Tennessee, there's all these rules that supposedly NCAA can go back and go through your portal players, and if they don't think the contracts are legal, they can void them. LSU spent more money than they were supposed to, and Tennessee, I think Sports Talk Jay did a video about Tennessee's athletic director doesn't want to break the rules, so they're not going to spend more than they're supposed to. So I don't know where this is all going. When the NCAA has to approve that now we're getting. I don't even want the NCAA doing anything really, but I know they can do multi-year contracts with ballot clauses. Yes. Well, yeah, they would fix it. Yeah, it would end the one and done. Yeah, Julie. Yeah, good point. But no, look, let's just be optimistic. Hopefully, we can put a good team together. I like our defensive players. I mean, we got more depth on the defense than we do on the offense, to be honest with you guys. Offensive line, guys, that scares me. I mean, we got 5 offensive linemen, but we lost how many? I mean, we lost 3 or 4. So, yeah, we lost all the starters and all the portal guys from last year. And then, so, yeah, we lost a lot on the offensive line. We got 5, 8. I think we counted 8. But I don't know if we counted. Yeah, so I think, 8 decent offensive linemen. Probably need 2 more, but Sports Talk J and KSR are whom I subscribe. Oh, well, thank you, Little Ron. Yeah, I like Sports Talk J. He's fair, Tennessee fan, but he doesn't disrespect Kentucky. Smart guy. That's how he gets viewers. That's why we all go over there, because he doesn't, belittle us, and actually he's a fair guy. Got a little bit of dad humor going on, but I like it. Smart guy. Uncle Lou, AFO. I like Sports Talk J. Shout out to Sports Talk J. If you're a football fan, he's a Tennessee guy, but he's very knowledgeable about football. Uncle Lou, That Effing Dogs podcast. Randy from Georgia, that's another good podcast that you can go over there and talk, and Randy's going to let you talk. And, you go on some of these podcasts and you're a Kentucky fan. Yeah. I'm going to go on an Arizona State podcast to talk about Cutter Bowling next week. I haven't given me a date yet. I'll put that out. And so, yeah, they want to know they don't like they're just reading the numbers. They don't realize you're paying Cutter Bowling for what he's going to be, not what he's right now. So, yeah, you're paying him for what he could be. So, Prosper letting Nick Anderson go. We wasn't letting him go. Yeah, you did say that, Prosper. I mean, look, KSR said this morning he changed his Instagram and all his social media to Kentucky backgrounds. So, yeah, I knew whenever KSR went off the air, we're getting him. You don't change your background. So, yeah. So you knew this morning whenever KSR was on and said that we were getting him. So there you go. Shout out to KSR, because that's where we all get most of our information. Julie, Frederick Douglass is the new Boyle County in Kentucky. Well, perhaps. But yeah, so we did get a couple players. Lexington kids came home, right? So hodgepodge of 29 portal players, and I think 15 high school players, counting 2 JUCO players. So we're trying to build. We're doing good. We'll see if these high school players come. I mean, we'll see. There's a running back in there, Deuce Alston, who I have a video on, and it's not in my shorts. Pretty big kid, 6 foot, 200, 3-star, but I like the way he's a good looking kid. Offensive lineman, defensive lineman in high school, 4 wide receivers, a tight end, a couple cornerbacks. So yeah, I mean, don't know if anybody other than Darby is good on these other wide receivers, but we shall see whatever we can do with them, right? McClone, with a couple years under Dillingham, Cutter will be. Yeah, see, I don't know much about Arizona State's coach. I just said, he's not going to be running. He's not. I'm going to get on there, and be, of course, be respectful, because we all love Cutter. We'll be, yeah, we're going to be pulling for him. Dillingham, that's the coach, right? Yeah. So I'm going to go back and watch a couple of Arizona State games this weekend just to see what kind of offense they run, so I can see if, Cutter's going to be like I would know, but Prosper, hell of a roster Stein has put together. Yeah, I mean, look, we spent a lot of money. I don't know what the number. They're not going to release it, but we spent a lot. And what's up, lady bass player? Hey, Julie's here. All right, 2 ladies in the house. Appreciate ladies. If there's any more ladies, hey, shout it out. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're first getting in here just now, you can speak up. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Another school. We play Tennessee tomorrow in basketball. They are basically a 6-point favorite, so it's not supposed to be a close game. Jaden Quain's in playing, so they got some big guys on Tennessee, and if look, they're going to try to rough it up. I think Diabate will get a little bit more time to guys for defense and rebounding, and just mucking it up and getting in there and throwing. I think it's going to be a rough boy game tomorrow. So, so we need to hit our foul shot. I mean, it'd be nice if we could shoot 70% of free throws in a game. That's all I ask for. Just 70, 75% one game. Come on, man. We can do it. Lady base player has some good teams. We got 2 top 30 line guys out of the portal. Yes. The center. Yeah, the center. Yeah, we lost Wilberly. Damn it. I hated that. Julie, Tom, talked with my family tonight on the phone. None of the social media messages. No. None of this social media messages. No. Okay. I don't know what you. Okay, Julie. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but okay. Yeah, like I'm going to go on there and just talk about. I think they just want to know. They're just looking at his numbers and they're just like, is this guy any good? And I have to go in there and say, listen, we didn't have the best wide receiver core. The kid started this 3rd game. So yeah, I'll be. Moreno must keep up for tomorrow. AFO says, very good point. Reminds me of Willie Cauley-Stein. I wish he could jump and move. I wish he was athletic as Willie Cauley-Stein. APO. Unfortunately, he is not. But he is a solid player. He has that real high shot. He's 7 foot. He sticks straight up in the air, and then he flicks his wrist like 1975. Like he reminds me of Artis Gilmore. And if anybody you guys know who Artis, which you have to be old, you'd have to be at least 60 to know who Artis Gilmore is. That's who he reminds me of, with his shot like that, shooting that Artis. We need sideburns on him. Put some sideburns on him. Maybe Artis Gilmore. ABA, Artis Gilmore, Kentucky Colonels. Shout out Kentucky Colonels. Speaking of Willie Cauley-Stein, Ron says, can we sign him as a wide receiver? Well, if he has any eligibility left, we should take him. He was probably a heck of a – I bet you that guy was a heck of a wide receiver. But yes, tomorrow, look, we are a 5.5-point underdog at Knoxville. However, we keep winning at Knoxville. And even we had the worst team in the history, 9-15, worst team ever. We still beat Tennessee and Knoxville for some reason. I can't believe it. So, but yes, if we could sign Willie Cauley-Stein, that would be good. What is he, about 38 years old now? And he's going to be out there. I like him playing on that summer team. When they're in that tournament, I thought we should have won, which we didn't. So, but no. So anyway, guys, look, everything we did in the portal is spread out. I think we definitely got some defensive players. So, we split the 29 players up between offense and defense. So, I mean, that's not bad. We re-signed Rodriguez. That was the key. He's really a wide receiver. So, I don't know. We're going to need to get some wide receivers. There's got to be some kids out there who can catch the ball from smaller schools. So we're going to have to get them, which is fine. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but did I freeze up? Everybody stopped talking at 1 second there. Or maybe I froze up. I don't know. I hope I did. Everybody stopped talking. Maybe it's me. All right. Well, anyway, yes, tomorrow. There's not very many. No. Okay, thank you, lady base player. Everybody stopped talking there for a second. Tomorrow's game, if you look at, which I'm not going to bet on this game because I just don't want to bet this. I don't want to bet on this game. Who always supposed to over under 18.5. I don't know if you can get 18 on them. Surely they'll, but they said they don't have anybody that can guard Oway. I was watching a preview, Field of 68 or someone, maybe it's Southeastern 16. Somebody said Oway's the one guy that could hurt them tomorrow. So, all right. Well, I can't find the game. Here it is. Yes. Over under 150 points. I mean, yeah. Oway over under 18. That's the only person. for Kentucky. They got on points, and yeah, that's the only. Everything else is Tennessee. No, they got Aberdeen at 11. I would go under on 11. Aberdeen's so streaky. Gillespie over under 16. Mint over under 14. There you go. Tennessee wins 80-71, Jake. That if they get 80, they win because we can't get 80 on anybody. Good. Keys, no turnovers, pressure defense. And what's my key to the game? Everybody's watching. Score more points than them. That's the key to the game. I think if we can score more points, I think we can win. Always remember that. That's the key to no. But I see what you're saying. Yes. Pressure defense. Yeah. I mean, look, we need to run up and don't muck it up with them. Try to get out and run. Because if we try to play a muck it up game, we're going to lose more points. That's right. That's my key to the game. Personally, for me now, if they ask me and put a mic in my face and go, "What's the key to the game?" I'd like to score more. I feel like if we can score more points than them, we can beat them. And see where they go. What? Yeah. So that's the key to the game. Yeah. When I found out about Cutter, it's a phone call. No Facebook for me. That's what I meant. Oh, okay, Julie. Okay. I didn't know what you meant. I understand. WKRP, Tennessee's going to be looking for revenge. I think they're just going to be looking to whip our ass. I don't think it's any revenge. I think it's just another game playing us. And, yeah, it's Rick Barnes, okay? Pope has to – look, forget the analytics, okay? Just forget the analytics. We just like he told Aberdeen at halftime, who had 0 points. I don't know how you play a whole half and score 0, but to just be you. Look, just go out there and run a simple offense. Okay, just forget all this Zoom action. Like they said, they went to just playing regular basketball. That's what these kids know how to shoot. I mean, come on, man, just get open, and if you're open, shoot the ball. If you're not, pass the ball. It's not rocket. It's not brain surgery, right? We're not, Jesus. It's not complicated. I will say that about John Calipari. I got upset because I wanted him to make it more complicated, but he was on to something when he just said, "Okay, just go out there and play. Just go out there and have fun." I thought, what's he talking about? I wanted him to be more complicated, and I want Pope to be less complicated. It's like we went from one end of the spectrum to the other. I need somebody in the middle here. Just coach them enough, put in enough offense and defense to let them be themselves. Stop trying to make them into something that you're not, So, like I'm coaching. More possessions and free throws. WKRP, you're right. More possessions. Yes. And free throw percentage. Okay, what's my pet peeve this year basketball? Points in the paint. If you watch my preview video, I have a Tennessee preview video I just put up this afternoon. You can go and watch that. Points in the paint. If they have 40 or plus points in the paint and they out-rebound us, they're going to win. That's the stat. They're going to win. I don't care. Unless we just shoot unconscious threes, they're probably going to win that game. Because, look, they can see that they're going to push us around is what they're going to do because we suck at responding to it. So if I was Rick Barnes, that's what I'd do. Kentucky basketball is a roller coaster, Julie. Yeah, it's a that's a good example. I don't like roller coasters myself. Okay, just keep it, a nice, a water park. That's what I would like. I don't like that, but anyway, guys. No, is everybody happy with football? No, look, we didn't get the amount of receivers. It's plenty of time. Well, if you're just getting in here, once you put your name, the portal closes at midnight, but you can still sign till spring. So if you're sitting in the portal, you can just wheel and deal for, a couple months before you have to enroll, right? Someone pointed out you have to be able to enroll in the spring semester to participate in spring practice. So I'm sure there's a cutoff date, but we probably still have a couple of weeks. Julie, my hopes for UK basketball is they play crappy again. Well, no, I mean, Julie, that could happen anytime. Excited about football, little Ron. Yeah, I mean, might as well get excited. Everybody else is. WKRP. The SEC thinks they can get over on UK this season. I mean, if you're LSU, how bad do you feel right now? Ole Miss beat somebody on a tip in, and we beat somebody on that pass like that. I mean, they're 0-4. Poor LSU. And that guy coached at Murray State, right? So how do you not like roller coasters, Tom? Because I'm old, and now I can't take it. Now I'm just going to pee on myself. That's all. I can't hold my bladder. Yeah, if we go, it's tight. No, man, I can't do it anymore. What happened to the fullback position in football? Jake, they started playing spread offenses and they don't need two running backs. It's all single back sets now. Four wide and a single back set. Two extra tight end. Yeah, and one tight end is their pass receiver. Just got complicated and nobody's running the football. So yeah, that's what happened to that. Great radio. Well, thank you, Jake. LSU hadn't played good in basketball since Shaq. Well, that's a long time ago. You might be right. I mean, there was one year that Will Wade dude was cheating. They were pretty good. I can't remember not many. Dale Brown, I don't know, but yeah, the fullback Jake, that's old school. That's yeah, yeah. Even I missed the guy from Tampa Bay, the big guy that would just knock through. Who's the fullback for Tampa Bay? That would just big white dude that would knock the crap out of people. Yeah, that dude would scare me. Uh, if I had him, I'd play a two back set. Can't think of who that is. Tampa Bay in the early 2000s when they won the Super Bowl. Austin. Yeah, okay, there you go. Big Austin Jake. Yeah. Austin, man. Allstott. I said Austin. Allstott, Austin. Yeah, I mean Mike Allstott. Okay. Yeah, good dude. I mean, yeah, that dude was big. Yeah. Now, if we had him, uh, great voices. Kaywood, Julie. Yes. Paul Rogers. Yeah, that's two great voices, Julie. Little Ron. That's him. Yes. Yeah. If we had a Mike Allstott dude, we'd get an I formation and we'd do a Mark Stoops and run it down your throat. But no, guys, it's all about scoring now. They don't care anything about defense. Nobody wants a 17 to 10 game. Everybody wants 42 to 38. They don't want to sit through a boring ass 17 to 14 game. Nobody wants to do that anymore. So, and the rules, they protect the quarterback. And, like we said, there's a lot of players in the NFL today. If they played back in the 80s, they would, Joe Montana, if they couldn't touch Joe Montana, how many years he'd have played? I mean, he'd probably still be playing. That's the best quarterback I ever saw was Joe Montana. So, what's the best era of college football? That's a good question, Jake. For us, it was the last between 2010 and 2020. It was that decade right there because we actually beat some people. So for us, it was 2010 to 2020 because that's when we actually started doing something. WKRP, yeah, the NFL emphasizes passing. Yes. More money. Yes. Look, nobody wants to go. Today it's all about this right here. Everybody wants quick, the fast scoring. So nobody wants to sit through baseball. That's why baseball died. Too long. Too long. If you like baseball, why is it long? I mean, look, I never understood that. They just ruined baseball by trying to shorten it. They took the best. I tell my young guys at work, you got to understand. When I was graduated from high school in 1984, baseball was the number one sport. It was Monday night baseball. There was Monday night baseball. And they're like, what? And I go, yeah, baseball was ahead of football and NBA. NBA was just now coming around. But yeah. So look, all this try to make it fun shit sometimes ruins the game. So 2008, we beat number one LSU. That was a good win, Ron. That was a good win. But yeah, passing is the deal. Pitching duel can be the best game. Here's the deal, WKRP. If you don't like the pitcher batter matchup and people don't, then you won't like baseball. Now you can't even keep a pitcher in 4 innings. Guys pitching a no hitter, you take him out. It's slow pitch softball. You might as well throw it underhand. Everybody's trying to throw 100 miles an hour. Come on, man. They ruined that sport. I can't watch it. It's like I can't watch the NBA because that sucks. I can't watch baseball. If they quit, if they keep messing with the NFL, you might as well make the NFL Arena League football. Just make it 50 yards and hell, let's just make the score 70 to 62 or whatever. Yeah, stop messing with the game, please, of football. And thank God that hasn't got down to college to where everybody plays the same exact way. So yeah, I'm glad they don't do that yet. In college, you still got people running the option. You still got people in an I formation. Yeah, little team. So I like a variety when I turn. I don't want to see everybody doing the same exact thing. That's why I kind of like Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. They ran the ball. It was just they were trying to win the game. They're trying to do a Mark Stoops. They were trying to win that game 20-17. They weren't trying to get up in the 30s and 40s. So I kind of like Pittsburgh running the ball all the time and keeping it low scoring. So we'll see. Yeah, Baltimore. We'll see what the Ravens do here, who their new coach is going to be. But we'll see. But no, look, guys, we play Tennessee tomorrow. We'll be on about an hour here. I'm gonna stay on a minute. Some coaches don't say point guard; they say, yeah, 1 guard, 2 guard, the 1, the 2, the 3. Yeah, MLB has too many meaningless games. WKRP. Well, they do now. Little Ron, rumor IU coach to Pittsburgh. And, I don't see Kurt Signetti going to the NFL. Why would you ruin a perfect thing you just started? He's not going to do that. He's not that duck on. I mean, come on, man. And there's no guarantee he would be good at that. He's a yeller. Like, he's a big, intense guy. As you probably talked about the other day, you're not going to go to the NFL and start yelling at people. See Steve Spurrier. How many college coaches have failed miserably in the NFL? Kurt Signetti needs to stay at Indiana, where he's got it made, and not go to Pittsburgh. And look, Indiana probably give him enough money he can live comfortably on. So I would stay at Indiana. I'm gonna miss watching Stoops rip into referees. Jay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's a rumor. Kurt Signetti. Look, Kurt Signetti's not gonna go to Pittsburgh. All right, guys, come on. I just don't see that. McClone lineup in the wishbone offense. Well, I mean, look, you'd fool some people. They can't, I mean, it would work for a little while, but we're playing the SEC. They would figure it out after a while. He's from Pittsburgh, Little Ron. Well, there you go. Well, maybe like I said, he's an older guy. What is he, like 63? Is he like 63, 65? I mean, look, he's not young. Because I think he's 60s, right? Yeah, I mean, teach his own. Stoops could get hot. Yeah, he would be yelling at some people. He would work the refs. But yeah. Yeah, line up in the wishbone. Yeah, the defense would be lost for a little bit. Yeah, they would. But no. All right, guys. Look, we got to beat Tennessee tomorrow in basketball. So we'll talk about the portal's going to close at midnight. That's going to be it. If you're not in, you're not in. We have plenty of time to get some receivers. I know everybody's worried. Look, we got time. We just have to see who's in there, and we'll get some, we got the one stud, Nick Anderson from LSU, who has been injured. But when he wasn't injured, he was like 800 yards for 10 touchdowns. So, yeah, that's the guy we need from 2023. If we can get that guy, how many receptions did he say he had? I forgot it. I wrote it down. Here I did. How many receptions did he say he had? He had that year 38 receptions for basically 800 yards, 10 touchdowns. You get that, Nick Anderson, that's a stud. So anyway, guys, all right. Well, you know what? I will come on Sunday night. I will not come on. Everybody's going to be doing basketball tomorrow. I get it. Look, I'm not going to bet this game because it's just, I mean, it's 5.5. Do I think we can cover the 5.5? I think we either win or we get blown out. I don't know how you guys feel before I get out there. I feel like we're either going to win the game or just get the crap beat out of us. And so I hope I'm wrong. Yes, I'm going to drive down to Madisonville with my friends who are coming in from, we all meet there on the weekend, and we'll probably watch the game. And who's winning the Super Bowl? Jake, I have no idea. How many teams are left? Dude, I have to think. I've been watching. Who's left? Who's left in the playoffs? I don't even know how many teams are left, to be honest with you. So, yeah, tell me when we get to the last two. And, I mean, I do watch NFL because I play fantasy, and I have to know something about it. But, man, the NFL is so unpredictable. I don't even know who's in the playoffs with the Bears. I got a guy on my shift who loves two people who love the Bears. The Bears. I'm like, man, if the Bears, I haven't thought about the Bears since 1985, but Madisonville's run down. That's right, WKRP. We got to get a little uppity there tomorrow. I'm pulling for Indiana Monday. Okay, let's talk about Monday night. We'll talk about Sunday. I don't think Miami can beat them. I think they can keep it close. For Miami to beat them, it's got to be a low-scoring game. If it gets up to if Indiana gets 30s, if it gets in the 30s, they're such a complete team. They can beat you running the ball, passing the ball. Their defense is pretty damn good. Now, Carson Beck, wild card. So I'm not going to say, but I think the line on it was 8.5. So that's probably about right. I think Indiana can win by about a touchdown, but I don't think they'll blow them out. But I don't know. We'll see. Miami has a good defensive line and good offensive line, but Indiana's skill players are pretty damn good. I mean, Miami has that one really good receiver, but they struggle to score sometimes. So we'll see. But anyway, all right, guys. Sunday night we'll get back in here. Look, maybe we'll pick some people up and we'll see who's in the portal. Let's hope we don't lose anybody. I don't think anybody put their name in at the last second that is still left on our team. So we'll see about Cutter leaving. It was facts. Yes, Julie called that Cutter was leaving. Yes, and you called the school, Arizona State. Yes, and I will go on one of their podcasts next week. They want to talk about because they don't even know anything about Cutter bowling except they're looking at the numbers. So, all right, guys, everybody have a good Saturday and enjoy the game. Kentucky women, yeah, we'll see. Kentucky women, they won that game, right? They pulled that game out. So Kentucky women are doing very, very well. And look, everybody just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the game. Look, man, I can't tell you what's going to happen to our team. If it's close at halftime, we got a chance. If we're behind by double digits at halftime, me and my friends are going to, yeah, I mean, we're just going to sit there and watch it. So basketball, when UK women are good. Well, there you go. Women are good. All right, guys. I'll see you Sunday night. And look, we'll see what happens with the rest of our, players in the portal. Look, we could still get somebody. So plenty of time to get some people. But I'll do one Sunday night. Everybody enjoy the basketball game. Go Cats.